I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this.
What's up? Alright, Michael Cherokee here. Stay tuned for the end of this video. I'm actually going to help you out with some tips to help you stay on your diet program and to get through the summer. I know that vacation's coming up. Stay tuned.
What is up? So as you can see, a little update on the progress of the fitness center, and the sign on the front is now being changed. I have a truck out here that is taking down the old sign and getting ready to put up our new brand. All right, stay tuned. I'll check back in with you. This is Michael Cherokee, just kind of giving you a little update on my company and how we're getting ready to kind of change things around. We're turning it into a wellness center. We're going to have some expansions. I don't know if you can see all the way over there. I'll zoom in. There's another crane over there. We got some construction of an additional part of the shopping center going over there as well, which would be kind of like a group training platform associated with our company. All right. So once again, this is going to be very, very exciting. Once the other sign goes up, I'll kind of give you some more coverage on that too. All right. Guys, I hope you're having a great day today. I will be back in a little bit. All right, I'm back. We're working back today. Let's go. Back. All right, so I got some meal prepping going on right now. It's Wednesday. It's about the time of the week that I would go ahead and start fixing some food for the rest of the remainder of the week, including the weekend. But I kind of want to show you what I'm going to eat right now, something you kind of are getting accustomed to me using and eating a lot of. So this is the Heart Smart Biscuit pancakes with some about 6 egg whites and 2 whole eggs. There's also a whole egg in the waffle. I got a little bit of Truvia sprinkled over the waffle. I got some chocolate protein powder mixed in there with those waffles to kind of spring some things up. So for the rest of the week, I got some pasta, which I'm going to section out. Probably about, I got about 8 servings in there. Each serving will be about 2 ounces uncooked. So I'll just separate it into 8 equal piles. In this pressure cooker I got here, I got some delicious fresh chicken breast with some chopped zucchini, some carrots. I got some seasoning in there, fresh garlic cloves, parsley. I got a lot of good ingredients. Low sodium chicken broth. I'm going to show you the finished product when it's done. All right. So, all right. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I wanted to show you the finished product of that chicken stew that I got in my pressure cooker. You ready for this? Oh, yes. So, I got chicken, I got mushrooms, I got carrots, fresh chopped onions, seasoning, also with some low sodium chicken broth. And this is what I got left for the rest of the week. So, again, I got my pasta in a pan right there. And this chicken, by the way, it just literally, it falls apart. It is so good. Oh, bite. All right. I will see you tomorrow. What's up? Okay, so as I started off, I'm going to share a little bit of advice and some tips for those of you who have entered into a fitness and health journey. Maybe you're trying to lose weight, maybe you're trying to just improve your overall energy levels, or maybe you're trying to come off some medications that you've been needing to come off for quite some time. I mean, it is a time to be very, very careful with medical conditions or pre-existing conditions. So, lots of clients have had over the years have all run into similar situations where, usually a couple of weeks into the program, in fact, 2 weeks is generally the marker for a lot of clients that really need that remotivation. Typically, it'll tell you a lot about the client in the first 2 weeks, whether or not they stay 100% to the food and the program. If they're faltering in the first week or two, it means that we got some work to do. You don't want to give up on them, of course. I don't for sure. But those of you who run into that situation, here's some tricks that you can learn, at least in the first couple of weeks. So rule number 1, if it's not in the house, you won't eat it. I get it. Some of you got kids out there. All of us do. But you have to learn to separate what is yours and what is theirs. And you need to take a step back when you start your program and figure out what you have been buying that originally was for the kids, but now you're kind of getting some of it too. Pay attention to that. It's very important that you get everything out of your house that could potentially influence you or tempt you to eat out of your program. We all have a tendency to get sugar cravings at nighttime sometimes. Typically, if you're eating enough food, and the first week or two sometimes could be the toughest because a lot of people are in a habit. They got to take some time to get off those sugar cravings. A lot of people who have consumed their programs or diets around sugar, it's been in just about everything that they've had since they can remember. And then when they take it out for the first time, it's like, wow, everything's bland, and then, you're trying to eat foods that don't have a lot of flavor to it, and it's not that. You have to learn to figure out ways to get your foods to taste good. And there are plenty of ways out there. There are lots of ways to do it. Guys, I have lots of tricks. I mean, if you got any questions about that, some suggestions, comment below.
guys, if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe, please. All right. So other advice, if you can get to the second week, typically like the first weekend is like the mountain. You know, you're climbing this mountain and you're not at work. A lot of people are, you know, out of routine on the weekends, or just they might sleep in a little bit more, and then, you know, they get up, and then a lot of people have, for example, not a lot, but some, they have a tendency to, you know, not think they have enough time to eat, for example, 4 meals in a day, 5 meals in a day. And granted, if you're not used to eating that many times a day, I would definitely suggest that you start small. You try to match what you've been doing, at least the amount of times that you're eating throughout the day, but switch it out with something healthy, and don't try to eat more. But every week thereafter, you know, add a little bit more calories, you know, make your portions a little bit bigger. Don't overwhelm yourself. Usually it happens pretty fast. If you're following a great program, you know, you're going to start getting hungry after a few days after it's, you know, before it's time to eat, or after, sometimes after you've eaten. Those are good signs that a client of mine is staying to the program. They're getting hungry. You know, we're also working out now, so you're going to be burning more calories. The second part of the mountain to get to is the second weekend. Typically, they've gotten through another week. They're in a routine. They're at work. And getting past that second weekend is another challenge for some. They've gone now almost 14 days without foods that they love to eat. You know, it's beginning to get to a point where if they've stayed to the course, they've lost weight. And sometimes people have a tendency to self-sabotage. Self-sabotage meaning, wow, I've lost like 8 pounds or 10 pounds, you know, great, this one meal won't hurt me. And you know what? You're wrong. Your body is intelligent. And I've said this in a few other videos. It's so intelligent that it actually believes that you're supposed to be at the weight, okay, that you started at. So it's going to try to get back there. So the moment that you introduce something that you think your body's not going to pay attention to, and it's, you know, it's not going to hurt you, it's going to grab onto that, whether it's high sugar, whether it's high fat, or if you think it's time to eat that pizza, or you're going to have that dessert, or start popping those soft drinks again because you're losing weight so fast that your body won't notice it. I promise you, it's going to try to hold on to it. And when it does, it's going to jump you up a few pounds, sometimes 3 to 5 pounds. So you've lost 10, now you're back up 5, so you're only 5 pounds away from where you were. And then, you know, the next day or the following day, you may not even see the weight gain, okay? So you think you're okay. So sometimes somebody will do the same thing the following night. Oh, I'm fine. But you know, your body is starting to hold on to everything now. Now it's starting to get into your system, and it's going to stop. So it's going to hold on to it. And then before you know it, 3 to 4 days later, sometimes within the first 2 to 3 days, you're bloating. You're puffy. You can definitely see the differences or feel them in your fingers. You can see it in your face. And that week, you know, they come in, they weigh, or maybe you come in, you don't even look at the scale because you know you've just sabotaged yourself that weekend. So, you know, you give it all you got, and then by that Friday, you get on the scale and you realize you're still 5 pounds up. Meaning you've only lost 5 pounds. But now this is 3 weeks into the program. You were down 10 pounds, for example, and now you're only down 5 pounds. So you're only 5 pounds away from where you started. So then, you know, you like, oh man, now you got to get past this next weekend because you've already had a taste the prior weekend, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, I got to give this all I got. Or sometimes people just give up. They're like, oh, the heck with it. This is tough. This is hard. You know, if you had it in the house, and if it wasn't there, you know, you left yourself susceptible to temptation. You know, but if it wasn't there, the chances of you eating that would probably have been slimmer to none. I understand that there's some of you out there who's got family that, you know, they either support you, but to a degree. Meaning they support your program, but they're not going to eat what you're eating. You know, you have to cook your meals separate. You know, and sometimes if they're really supportive, you'll try to cook for everybody, and then, you know, they'll give mixed feelings about it. Or some of the real lucky ones, they will follow your program with you, and they'll enter into it. And that's a great response. But sometimes it is a factor that you may have to separate your food from theirs if they're not interested. Those of you who have kids that are finicky eaters, sometimes you may have to separate that. And I understand that you don't want to, have to cook 2 meals all the time. You know what? I think it's important that, you have somebody else in the house that knows how to cook, such as your significant other. And if they're not cooking, okay, they're probably aiding in your problem because you're overloaded to begin with, and it's harder to organize your meal prepping or your routine or what is important to you for your program. So I would sit down with somebody and, have a meeting with them and get them to understand how important it is for you to stay on your program and how important it is for you to meet your goals and to, go through your journey and get to your finish line, because it's so important to you. For years, I've had to eat separate, A lot of times, I got a few of my kids that they love some of the foods I eat. I cook it fresh. The great thing about it is that it should be something that all of us are cooking anyway. We should be cooking fresh product. It's better for our kids. We shouldn't be loading our refrigerators and our pantries up with gobs of junk food, because it's for kids. We got to let them be kids. But let's face it, we're teaching them something every day. We're making it important. Now, I'm not saying that you should completely restrict your kids and, make them follow a healthy diet, because you should let them be kids, but you should try to prepare healthier meals more often for them. But it's also important that you're making them active, making sure they're getting outside, maybe getting them involved in sports, getting them to understand the importance of it, or inviting them along to the gym if they're old enough, or, go outside with them. You're on a weight loss journey. Your goal is to try to get more active. Go outside with your kids. Play with them actively around the house. For those of you that are tired at the end of your day, you're probably tired because you've already programmed your brain to think that it's time to start settling down when you get home, instead of actually taking advantage of this extra long days that we have for the summertime and playing actively with your kids and going outside and spending a little bit more time, okay? The other thing is, if you can get past that 2-week marker, then you know what? You're almost golden. Those that do, by that 3rd week or that following weekend, you know what they say, 21 days develops a habit. But I truly believe that it has a lot to do with it. But once that happens, you're hooked. You should be feeling great. 2 weeks on a program, your metabolic rate is skyrocketing. Your energy levels are up. You're sleeping great at night. You're falling asleep almost the moment you hit your pillow. You can focus at work now. You can focus on the day. You start to get more drive, like your brain starts going to work. You start wanting to do things, maybe you've been meaning to get to this hobby for the longest time, or maybe you've been meaning to get to this side hustle that you've been wanting to work on and make a little bit more money. I'm telling you, there is such a huge power that starts to happen inside of your brain and your body when you start eating cleaner, and you start, you're reaching for your goals, and you've started on your dream of maybe looking better or losing weight or coming off your medications. And, especially with the summertime coming around, it's we want to look our best. And those of you who go on vacation, you go to beaches or you go to pools, why get self-conscious about the way you look? Why not actually do better? And summertime is definitely a time where a majority of people start going on vacation. I have to give it to one of my clients today. She is going on vacation. She's going somewhere down in Florida. And I asked her, I was like, so how are you going to do your program? And she says, I'm going to get there and I'm going to go grocery shopping. I'm going to buy all the foods I need. I'm going to bring my pancakes that I have at home because I got a whole box. I love those. I'm staying on my program. That's exactly what us health and fitness experts or trainers want to hear with our clients, that they are dedicated. Because you know what? Those of you that believe that you're giving it all you got and you still got weight to lose, or you're still on medications and you say, you know what, I'm going on vacation, I'm getting off my program to enjoy my vacation. You know what? You've said that probably every year, and you've said that every summer. and every summer it happens the same way. Typically you get off your program and then, you want to have some more fun. You want to introduce more sugar or some more adult beverages, alcohol. If you want to, you want to introduce more foods that you get going out to dinner. And it just kind of starts there. Some people don't even wait till the holidays these days to really start indulging. They start the weight gain almost immediately by the summer or by the time they go on vacation. If you are smart, I would take advantage of your vacation. I would, take advantage of the opportunity to use variety. Wherever you're going, I'm sure there's foods and grocery stores or markets that are there, mom pop stores that are there, maybe even some restaurants that you're not used to eating. And then there's foods and there's fresh product there. If you're going to the beach, you have an opportunity to get fresh seafood, or fresh fish. There's fresh markets out there. Go to these places and just start formulating ideas in your head while you go grocery shopping there. You can go out to dinner, but still choose your restaurants wisely. Any meal to me that I didn't have to cook is a delicious meal. But I can go to most chain restaurants, not fast food, but chain restaurants, and pick and choose the foods that I have because I'm accustomed to weighing them at home. I have a general idea of what the portions look like. I can get a salad. I can get some type of complex carb, whether it be a sweet potato. Some places I can get white rice. Some other places I can get baked potatoes. I can put some small condiments on the side and maybe dip the fork and take a few bites of it and still stay on the program. But see, at least when I'm on vacation and I'm eating clean, and you're yourself, if you're going to eat clean while you're on vacation, you will feel better when you're on vacation. You will actually have more energy levels while you're there because let's face it, when we go on vacation compared to what we're doing throughout the week, a lot of people, they have an itinerary. They're trying to get out. They're trying to go places and walk around and shop and walk the beach and play and do things all day long. And then by the end of the day, you're done. You're tired. The next day, you're tired. Where a lot of people want to get up the next morning and do it again. And, other people, they just get so tired, and it's like sometimes people come back from vacation, they're more wore out than when they went because you're moving around so much more. Why not feed your body properly while you're there? Continue to eat fresh product, okay? Be proud when you put on a bathing suit. You're not trying to find something that's covering up your stomach because you're feeling bloated, because you had a bunch of junk while you're there. If you're on a program and you're tired of the way you look, you have a low self-esteem because you want to cover up while you're at the beach, think about that. Stop and break that cycle, okay? If you get on a program this time, give it your all, That is a true test of self-control. Test yourself. How serious you are with your program is to prove to yourself your ability to stay on your program even when you're on vacation, because that's a true pro. That's somebody that really stays to the course and follows through and comes home from a vacation and says, hey, I lost 2 or 3 pounds while on vacation because I was moving around a lot more, and they took advantage of that, and your body was able to feel good. So when they came back from vacation, they were rested. Okay, guys, that's all I got for you. I'm glad you watched this evening. I got the workouts that I've been posting. I'm showing some progress that I got going on, and I hope you guys are getting a lot of good stuff from this. But if you have any questions, please comment below. If you're also running into the same problem, if you find that you're starting a program and then you're getting off almost immediately, or you got a significant other that's constantly bringing pizza into the house or junk food while you're trying to eat healthy, and you got to sit there and watch all that, and it is just so hard for you. Guys, I understand what you're going through, okay? Michael Cherokee out. Have a good night. I will see you